Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is episode 64 of my 2023 TTM returns. I got in 4 successes from yesterday. Just didn't end up making a video. If I get some stuff today, I'll make one later for that as well. But some really nice returns here. Some active coaches, an active NHL player, and a potential draft prospect that could be selected today. So we're going to start off with the hockey player. This is a 2 of 2 success coming back in 154 days. Not 100% sure about that because I didn't actually record when I sent this out, but I'm pretty sure this was the batch that I sent out to this guy in via the Detroit Red Wings autographs for a cause program. Got back Elmer Soderblom. He is a freakishly tall NHL player. He plays right wing, which is pretty rare to see guys that tall play at that position. I think he's like 6'7", somewhere around there. He made his NHL debut this season. He was drafted in the 6th round in the 2019 NHL draft and scored 8 points in 23 games, somewhere around there. Should be a force in as he develops and gets more playing time in the NHL here in the future. But he was included in the autographs for a cause program, so even though I didn't have a card, I knew I had to get that guy just for the sheer fact of his size on the ice and everything. Just really, really cool. Heard a lot of good stuff about him in the preseason last year. Then we have not one, but 2 current CFL head coaches. You guys know I've been collecting some of the guys who previously coached in that league, and I had seen a few of them were pretty good signers, TTM. So I went ahead and sent those requests out. Their season should be starting here soon. I don't remember exactly when they start, but they start earlier than the NFL because they have a longer schedule. And got back 2 active coaches. So this first one is a 2 of 2 success coming back in 32 days from BC Lions head coach Rick Campbell. If you guys remember, I recently got back his dad who coached and is a Canadian Football Hall of Famer, Hugh Campbell. And Rick is continuing in his father's footsteps. He already has a Grey Cup championship. He used to coach for the Ottawa Red Blacks, as you can see in the right photo, and he is now the BC Lions head coach. He currently has a losing record right now, but he is being given the chance to turn that around, and having a Grey Cup championship, regardless, is still a big deal for a guy's career. This next guy has a couple of Grey Cups and is a Canadian Football Hall of Fame inductee. This is also a 2 of 2 success in 32 days, coming in from Winnipeg Blue Bombers head coach Mike O'Shea. So O'Shea was a linebacker in the CFL for a long time. Won Rookie of the Year, multiple Grey Cups, multi-time All-Star. Fantastic player. He was inducted in 2017, and then he became the coach of the Blue Bombers, I think, in 2014, I think is the year that he started. So he's one of the longest tenured coaches in the league. Their tenures do not last very long, but he has won 2 CFL Grey Cups and fought for his 3rd this season. Ultimately, they lost to the Toronto Argonauts, but a very, very accomplished coach, still fairly early in his career. I don't know if the Canadian Football Hall of Fame will double induct someone, both as a player and as a coach, but if there's anyone that's likely to be deserving of that, it's going to be this guy when it's all said and done. And the last one here, we have a college football player, although he's no longer doing that. He actually entered his name into the NFL draft, and there is a chance he could be selected later today. Rounds 4 through 7 should start in about a half hour. But this is coming back from... there we go. It is coming back 2 of 2 in 221 days from former Northwestern Wildcats running back Evan Hull. I think Draft Tech had him as like the 199th prospect, if I remember correctly. So he signed that photo. And then I tried something a little bit different. You guys have seen my customs that I did last year for the NHRA races. So I wanted to try it out with a couple of college prospects. This is the first one, and maybe the only one that I'll be getting back. But I thought it came out okay. The borders aren't exactly what they needed to be at the time. I have since adjusted those so that if I do make more, they're hopefully a little bit cleaner and actually fit to what I want the scheme to look like, or the design to look like. But Hull was, even on a bad Northwestern team, a very, very productive player and pretty fun to watch. I think I watched Northwestern versus Nebraska at the start of the season, and he was a guy that really caught my eye with his play. So if he ends up getting drafted, that'd be really, really cool to see. But that is it for this one. Hopefully I'll have another video for you guys later today. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.